from the back row there to come up and challenge for the lead, but it's Mike Shield who's got it from Ron Hudson as they go away with Brian Johnson's Ford twin cam powered Metro being displaced there down into 4th place, but it's young 20 years of age, and Mike Shield, the son of the man who owns this circuit and runs this circuit, George Shield's son. And what a marvellous year it's been for Mike Shield, the British Formula D champion, and taken the Sphere Drake John Welsh Trophy for the best newcomer in the British Rallycross Championship of 1986. And when you think that young Mike had a disastrous start to the championship, he didn't score any points in the first 2 rounds. He needn't have scored any in the final. He was that much in command of it with just his mid-season performances, and that's a great bonus, I think, for Rallycross, and an object lesson to those who pull out of championships when they're not doing very well early on. Mike Shield, an object lesson to many of them, and an object lesson to everybody here at the moment as he goes round in the lead. Still holding station right up there on his exhaust pipes, number 56, the Isles of Man resident, Ron Hudson. Ron, of course, in contention for Formula B Championship honours here today, and Ron hanging on very, very grimly there to young Mike Shield as they go through the chicane away onto another lap. In 3rd place, number 120, George Tweddle, with a new plant job, Northeast Plant Services, which is George Tweddle's own company from Winlayton, and George there running the car in the colours of his own company. And good to see him out again with the twin cam 1600cc Ford Escort there in 3rd place. George Tweddle as they come out of the complex and down here below us, and Mike Shield has opened up a couple of lengths lead over a very twitchy and sideways Ron Hudson as they went down in 149, making his Rallycross debut there in 4th place. That's Mike Coates from Scorton, the brother of Alan Coates, who you'll be seeing out later in the Vauxhall Astra. And this is, in fact, Robert having his Rallycross debut this afternoon as he spins it. He spins the car, which is on loan today from Martin Atkinson, the Richmond farmer who's busy with the harvest. He's loaned the car to former motocross rider Robert Coates, and Robert, from one of many, many drivers in the past to have got caught out there in Checkers Corner, the most notorious corner on this circuit. In the meantime, this battle for the lead is still on very much, and Ron Hudson trying to get along on the inside of Mike Shield, couldn't quite do it. He was nearly alongside as they went through, but has to tuck in, but 1 car's length between them as they go through the shuttle, down into Spa Corner, round Spa, along that shoulder units, down into Checkers Corner they dive, and the Fiesta pulling a little bit there over the sideways Escort, but getting it back together again to close once again as they go through the old chicane. Right, left flick down the back straight towards Sampson Curve, and I think Mike Shield may well have got this one sewn up as he goes on his way. If you see him in the paddock, you'll know that this race is sewn up. He's driving with a very badly injured hand, which all credit to him, and he's coming through towards the checkered flag, and I think Mike Shield then bringing the Bush Rider Escort home to victory from number 56, Ron Hudson. A very good race. Roger Newbold there coming through. Roger Newbold coming away into the challenge for the lead. Can't quite get around the outside of the Sunrock Electronics car there off Chris Horn. And it's Chris Horn, the Fish Cura, away in the lead at the moment. Chris Horn away. Chris, who has just become a father, would you believe? He's got a little 2-week-old baby back home, and which he is very, very proud of. Now, congratulations to Chris and his wife. But meantime, it's 109 Chris Horn leading this one from 34 Roger Newbold. 114 Ian Beck with a little 998 Imp is a very good, strong 3rd place. Then it looks like Gary Osland. We can see that Hugh Barker is in troubles there with the 2nd of the One-Stop Motoring Centre cars dropping to the tail end of the field. But up front, it's still 109 Chris Horn away there comfortably from 34 the Harrogate engineer Roger Newbold. In 3rd place still Ian Beck, who's capitalising on that superb start. The farm worker going away there from Consett. Then comes Gary Osland. Then Bill Skermer. Some way down the order at the moment is Bill Skermer. Behind him, Hugh Barker. Bill's been doing fantastic things in Formula D. Mini, in fact, was the fastest Formula D car, up to 1600 cc's, that is, down at Swindon in the wet at the beginning of August. Marvellous drive there from the reigning BTRDA champion from Castle, where is it he comes from? I've forgotten where he comes from now. I'll leave his wife after me in a moment. Meantime, up front is 109. Castle Bromwich, I think, in the lead. 109, Chris Horn from Roger Newbold. And a long gap before we can see that Ian Beck is being caught a little bit now by Gary Osland. Gary Osland, 135 in his first season of Rallycross. Plumber from Scarborough, still holding off the attentions of the John Speed car of Bill Skermer. Bill, who is a test engineer with Austin Rover Group, works for the SU Carburetors division. Meantime, Hugh Barker not having a very happy first season in Rallycross. Lots of the car, and it looks as though more have struck his car at the moment as he trials round towards the tail end of the field. Meantime, Chris Horn now getting away from Roger Newbold. A good drive then from Chris, because if he can extend his lead over Roger Newbold like this, he must be motoring fairly, because Roger Newbold certainly is no sluggard around the Croft circuit. Roger going very, very well, but still not able to contain Chris Horn, who we see all too infrequently in the British Rallycross scene. Meantime, a long way back, but still in third place is Ian Beck as Bill Skermer comes up to have a look at Gary Osland. But Chris Horn is the leader. Chris, who was a member of the British team in Holland back at the beginning of June in the first leg of the Sea-Link Anglo-Dutch Challenge. You'll see round 2 of that down at Lytton Hill in 3 weeks' time. But meantime, Chris Horn coming through to victory.